Welcome back, my friends, to our dreamland in the wilderness paradise of Cape Breton Island in Nova Scotia, Canada. Thanks for joining me today. I absolutely loved putting this video together for you, as always, and I hope it finds you well on this beautiful autumn day. I've been spending a lot of time in the forest as of late. I don't know if it's the sweater weather or the fact that I have switched my flip-flops over to ski boots, but I'm drawn to the trails lately. I've resumed my maintenance on Tia's Trail, and in case you don't know, Tia's Trail is my own little nature hiking path. The goal is to reach the far end of our property line, which is 3,000 feet from our sanctuary, and I'm about halfway at 1,500 feet so far. Normally there's a beautiful stream that runs through here, but we've had a pretty dry summer, and it does dry up on a normal summer, so we're impatiently waiting for the river to return. We own 2 parcels of land separated by a road, a few acres on the lake and just over 5 acres on the mountainside, and my trail is on the mountainside. We'll come back to the sanctuary later in the video. First, I need to harvest some apples for radio bingo night because I have a fun snack in mind as a treat. It's a little creation I dreamed up on my own. Caramel apple spring rolls. Absolutely delicious, but not really mind-blowing, and I think I can do better next time. We own just over 7 acres of land out here, just a tiny strip, only 60 feet wide. It's perfect for us and probably more than we need, but in reality, we have access to miles and miles and miles of wilderness mountain trails right in our own backyard and right from our doorstep. It's so surreal at times how blessed we are here. To randomly ask Mooch on a random afternoon, "Want to take a trip up Buddy's Mountain and back?" 20 minutes later, top of the world.
We got everything here, at least to stay alive, and the time that we share makes it all worthwhile. Got this place on our own. Do you feel that we got something strong? And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about.
We've been here long enough now that we already have a pet cemetery, and the other day Manfred and I were meandering around the sanctuary looking for small flat rocks for a project he's working on in the shop. Excitedly, I came across my Tessa's painted headstone. Tessa is my old dog who died before we moved here. I brought her ashes and scattered some of her at the sanctuary, and I thought her painted stone had been washed away by the spring rapids. I decided to move all the grave markers to the permanent pet cemetery area where my baby cat is buried. Such a heartwarming place for me to visit on my Tia's trail. I love it so much.
You will be the last one I think about. The last one I think about.
Then suddenly, without warning, another milestone reached. Our precious Blue, the Dodge who got us to our dreamland and saved us these last few years, sold and gone, just like that. Here is a little snippet of the shop these days. Some new things going on, as you can see, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the coming weeks. Obviously, our shop is a work in progress, and it will be for a while, but it sure is looking more like a home with each passing season. Then down at the dog shop, I clean and close things up for another week. I thoroughly enjoy working from home and having Sundays and Mondays off, and note that when I say work, it hardly feels like it. We pretty much live a life where it always feels like a Sunday around here, and dog grooming is just part of the dream. But it is nice to have a couple of full days off without work to reset the homestead and catch up, you know? This week, however, something came up that piqued my interest, and Manfred and I found ourselves on the trails as soon as our daughter got on the bus on Monday. It was an absolutely gorgeous day, and we were going over the mountain, deep into the wilderness, to a remote location you would never find unless you were invited. This week I was taken back when I was approached by not just a precious follower, but a respected neighbor, an elder and longtime resident of the land I call home now, where he asked me if I wanted to document and share with you all a very interesting project he is embarking on. I heard him out not even 5 minutes before I agreed, yes sir, it would be a privilege. This man built a log cabin with his bare hands in the remote wilderness over the mountain like a true Dick Prenneke. It took him 7 years, I asked. He showed me his collection of photos over those times, and you guys, I nearly cried as he flipped the pages. Goosebumps as he explained how he handcrafted every log and post. There's very few people in the world that can fully appreciate what this man has done, I think. There are few people that would cherish a place like this and thrive in the environment. I'm absolutely honored he realizes I'm one of those people. Fully and completely off-grid, over the mountains, through the forest, off any beaten path you could ever travel lies this hidden gem, a world on its own, a place you can get lost in, and I don't mean literally, where the rocks are blackened with minerals and the rivers run dark, where the moose walk up to your doorstep and the bears linger close. This is the kind of hidden wild world I crave, and this is absolutely gob-smackingly amazing to me. But there's work to do. There's a structure that needs fixin', Dick Prenneke style with a twist. And we need to see how that happens, don't we? I hope you stay tuned for more of this story coming soon to Boring Bethany.
dimensions. So what's there is good for another 5-6 years.
Again,
So if we build this,
I'll be 80. I won't be coming up here. We'll be up here.
We'll drag you up here. We can help you.
It will take once we get
So-
the first row, couple of rows in, then that